Well, tomorrow is March 1st, the beginning of Kidney Awareness Month. And if you've lived in the Boston area in the last few decades, the name John Nucci will probably sound familiar to you. John is a former Boston City Councilor, school committee president, and clerk magistrate of Suffolk County, who now works at Suffolk University.
And John has developed a genetic disorder and desperately needs a kidney. Thank you so much, John Nucci, for coming in to talk to us tonight.
My pleasure.
Tell us about your condition.
I have what's called Polycystic Kidney Disease, which is basically a hereditary disease that I got from my father, who passed away from the disease, and unfortunately it passed on to my 3 children as well. Generally speaking, it's without symptoms until it reaches the end stage. And at that end stage, without being overly descriptive, what happens is that these cysts that form around the kidneys eventually choke off and shut down the kidneys.
And that is where you are now.
And that's where I am now. I'm at that stage where I am moving towards a shutdown of the kidneys because of these cysts, and will require a transplant.
And so it's a very rapid progression once this point arrives?
It's tough to say. It depends on the individual. Sometimes it can be rapid. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer.
And why is it so hard to get a kidney?
Well, I think that what's important when someone is thinking about becoming a donor, particularly a living donor to someone like me who needs a kidney now, is that they be very healthy. So they undergo a rigorous testing process by their own doctors to ensure that they're strong enough and healthy enough to give a kidney to somebody. There's also the challenge of finding a blood type match. I happen to be blood type O, and blood type O's can only receive a kidney from other blood type O individuals. So there's a process of screening out those who might want to volunteer to donate to find those type O's and then get into the rigorous health screening.
For the purposes of your condition, the donor needs to be a live donor?
Doesn't have to be a live donor. There are several ways to get a kidney. For me, the most viable way to do this is with a living donor, because I will be able to do that relatively quickly once we identify a donor. And most people would want to do it that way. If you're not able to find a living donor, what happens is you can go on dialysis, and while you are waiting for a kidney off a national list, and one of those national lists is deceased individuals who have given their organs, and people get on a long waiting list for that. Average wait could be around 5 years before you get a kidney.
What should people do if they're interested in donating to you, donating to someone else?
Well, if they're interested in donating to me, I'm being treated by Mass General, and they do a great job. They do all the rigorous screening, all the health screening, and they're wonderful. There is a link that they can go to, mghlivingdonors.com. They'll fill out a questionnaire which provides some basic health information, which the doctors will then use to sort of prioritize the individuals they want to give further health screening. That's the first step to this. If they are type O blood individuals, they'll be given a priority and probably brought in relatively soon for some examinations.
And you've held a lot of positions in the public sector in Boston, and it must be something quite different to come out and tell people about what you're going through, talk about how important it is when you need a transplant. Talk a little bit about what you've encountered along the way.
That's a real good point. I think for anybody who spends their life in public service, which I have done, you spend a lot of time taking requests for help from people, and you don't mind. That's what you do, and you try to provide that help. I find myself now on the other side of that line, on the other side of that call, making a request to people to help me. Now, asking somebody for a kidney is not a light ask. That's a pretty heavy ask. So it's difficult to do, and I don't actually do it, to be honest with you. What I've hoped to be able to do is to provide awareness of my situation and the broader situation for other people, and hope that individuals will step up and volunteer. I've been humbled by the amount of people who have stepped up, but I've got a long way to go, because finding that match is a long process.
Well, former Boston City Councilor John Nucci in a fight against kidney disease, and we wish you the best.
Yes.
If you want to find information about how you can help John or help other people dealing with kidney disease, if you're not a match for John, visit our website, cbsboston.com.
We'll have that MGH information and all the information that you need. We wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming in. And Eric Fisher has a very busy forecast now. Big storm headed here Friday.
Absolutely.